Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shaht. I'm a book lover, so I decided to share with you the most interesting and important books that I read. Our book for today will be The Magic of Thinking Big by David G. Schwartz. First, let's start with an introduction to the writer. David G. Schwartz is an American writer born in the USA. He is a motivational self-development writer, and this book is one of his most important books. Now, before we start, you may have a question running and creeping in your mind. Why should I read this book? Well, because this book, the writer proves that you don't need to be intellectual or have an innate talent to be successful, but you do need to understand the habit of big thinking and how to implement it in your daily life. Now, let's start with the book. People sometimes have a little mix-up between wishful thinking and big thinking. Wishful thinking is like, we all want to win the lottery, but that is wishful thinking. We are wishing for something to happen without doing an effort to make it happen. But big thinking is when you start to take decisive decisions and start working hard towards achieving your dream. Now, in your way to success, you may have some times when you feel like you can't complete what you already started. What should you do when you start to have these thoughts in your mind? 1. Remember that successful people don't make excuses. So stop making excuses. If you can't do something, then don't create excuses why you can't. Because I see most of us as humans, when we fail to achieve our goal or fail to achieve success, we always come up with a bunch of excuses why we didn't achieve success. 2. Surround yourself by successful people. Successful people will always push you forward and encourage you to success. 3. Success is about a bunch of habits, so start making your own habits and implement them in your daily life. In this book, the writer stresses on a group of factors that will help you achieve your success. 1. Believe you can and you will. When you believe that I can do it method, one thing comes to your mind, the how to do. Your mind starts finding ways of how to implement and how to achieve the success that you want. So start believing that you can. 2. Treat yourself from excusitis disease or the failures disease. Stop making excuses every time you fail to do something, because excuses won't get you to your success. 3. Build self-confidence. Try to be confident of yourself and confident of your choices and that you are going to achieve your success. 4. Get rid of fear. Stop being afraid from people around you and how they will judge you, because being afraid is not a way to success. But now I've got a solution to stop being afraid, and that is by taking an action. By taking an action, it is the perfect solution for fear. Stop being afraid and start right away. Now, how to develop my thinking or how to think big. 1. Widen your thoughts. Always think of what can be new. What can I do to be creative and innovative? Try to create new solutions and new steps that will get you to your way. 2. Don't sell yourself short or underestimate yourself. If you sold yourself short and thought that you're not good enough, then you are not, because you are who you think you are. If you think that you are big, then you are. But if you think that you are small, inadequate, and unimportant, unfortunately, you are. So start seeing yourself as a big person, an important person. 3. Stop saying negative words to yourself, like, it's impossible, I can't, I won't, and I can't do it. Because these words come up to your mind, and our mind consists of two parts. Let's call them Mr. Defeat and Mr. Triumph. When you say to yourself negative words like, it's impossible, I can't, and I won't do, it interprets in your mind and wakes up Mr. Defeat. And he wakes up in your mind, convincing you and giving you excuses and reasons why you can't success. And he convinces you that you are not qualified enough to be successful. Now, what do you need to be a more effective leader? 1. Trade your mind with whom you want to affect. If you want to affect on a specific group of people, try to think like how they think. Try to act like them. Try to think, what would they do if they were me? And what will I do if I were them? 2. Think progressive, not regressive. Always think, how can you develop an idea? How can you think of what can be instead of what has been done and what has happened in the past? Because what has happened in the past, you can't fix, but you are the one responsible for what is coming in the future. 3. Don't give yourself excuses. If you can't achieve something, then start finding a way right now. Start finding why you can't achieve. But don't say excuses like, my health is too bad, I'm too young for this, I'm too old, I bring bad luck. These things are just excuses that we make to ourselves that convince us and our mind that we can't achieve success. 4. Remember to be confident. Confidence is a key to success. Last but not least, what can you do when you have that feeling of you don't have what it takes or you feel defeated? Well, there are 4 things that you can do. 1. Look important. What you wear from the outside reflects how you feel from the inside. So start to look important and act important. 2. Build a positive self by telling yourself, I can, I do, it's possible, and I will reach my success. These words go up to your mind. Remember that Mr. Triumph that we talked about a little while ago? Yeah, when you tell yourself that I can do, it's possible, and I will do, these words go up to your mind, and Mr. Triumph gives you the motivation and the push that you need to achieve your success. 3. Stop being afraid from others around you and stop overestimating the person in front of you, because sometimes we have the enough estimation, the enough powers and intelligence to reach to a successful person, but we just sometimes overestimate the person in front of you. It's good to admire successful people, but don't worship them. At the end, finally, it's impossible to reach success without having hardships. But it is possible to live the rest of your life without defeat. So if you have hardships in your life, treat them as lessons, learn from them. Big thinkers treat defeat as a state of mind, nothing more. And always remember, a wise man will be a master of his mind, but a fool will be its slave. So if you believed that you can do, you will. But if you believe that you're not good enough or you can't do, you won't. And that is the end of our episode. I hope it was useful for you. And bye. See you next time.